There's no denying that children are our future, and the success of our country depends on their growth and positive impact. Sometimes they come from single parent or split family homes, but some are less fortunate. However, the reality is that some children need a place that provides a little extra support to help them achieve their full potential. For decades, the Boys and Girls Club has been the backbone for children needing a place to help them thrive outside of school. Statistics have shown the positive impacts on children who attend the Boys and Girls Club regularly and the long-term success they can achieve with the help and structure that the club provides. Now, there's a constant that seems to be happening in the country where young children are unsupervised when they get out of school. The Boys and Girls Club has provided a second home and have given a chance to many young children. Keeping clubs open is important to the success and development of young children who can use the extra help throughout the year. Although there is an issue in this country with the lack of supervision after school, there is a solution in the form of the Boys and Girls Club. And statistics have shown how support can go a long way in the success of their future. With the growing problem involving young children who don't have support at home once school lets out for the day, there is a cause for concern. These children are more susceptible to becoming victims of crimes or accidents, but they are at risk in other, less dramatic but equally troubling ways, according to the Boys and Girls Club. There are more than 15 million children who go home to unsupervised homes at the end of the school day. Middle school children are at the highest risk. They account for 30% of unsupervised children. However, this affects all grade levels, from elementary to high school. Children who are unsupervised after school are not only exposed to dangers on the street, they are all at risk of falling behind academically, socially, and emotionally. All this according to a report done by the After School Alliance. Fortunately, for these young children, there are safe places that exist that are willing to provide these children with tutoring, a place to be active, and even provide them with satisfying meals. The Boys and Girls Club has been an organization that has unselfishly provided a second home to the youth of America who have no home or no one to go home to immediately after school. Not only does the club provide this support, but it also helps young children thrive in other ways, such as keeping kids active and healthy. They also create a foundation that ensures each child is successful academically through graduation, as well as creating strong leaders of tomorrow. According to the Boys and Girls Club, more than half of the club kids exercise for an hour at least 5 times per week, with 34% exceeding that by doing so every day. This has allowed for making strong-minded young children with over 90% understanding how their feelings influence their actions. This has allowed club members to believe they can make a difference in their community and stand up for what they think is right, even when their peers disagree. By providing the foundation of a caring home, academically, more than half of the club members have shown interest in a STEM career. This has created a positive impact for teens, as 97% expect to graduate from high school. Not only will they graduate, but when it comes to lower income children, 76% have received A's and B's on their report card, all according to the Boys and Girls Club website. It's a major positive that the Boys and Girls Club exists in communities all over the United States. But without the support of local communities, this could have a negative impact on the growth and future of so many young children. By keeping clubs open and thriving, this will allow future generations to reach their full potential. It's no easy task for volunteers and professional staff to do what they do, but they are willing to put in the time to help mold each child into the best version of themselves. By volunteering at your local Boys and Girls Club, you can help inspire change in a kid that's in need of support, who may not otherwise receive it when they get home. However, volunteering can only go so far with these types of organizations. There's support that needs to come from communities in the form of monetary donations that will help the Boys and Girls Club thrive and provide the much needed support these young children desperately need. Giving monetary donations to help with transportation to the Boys and Girls Club is imperative for these children to be able to be involved in these safe environments that help them to be successful in many ways. Although we invest a lot of time in making sure our personal success increases every day, we must remember that impacts on the lives of others can be made in the extra 6 to 8 hours we have outside of sleep and work. The sad reality is that young children are unsupervised when they get out of school for various reasons. The Boys and Girls Club is willing to provide a second home in a way to help aid in the development of these young individuals. By keeping clubs open, it is important to the success and growth of young children who need a little extra help throughout the year. And children will always be the future of this great country. And having clubs like the Boys and Girls Club to rely on to provide care and structure will only benefit the country in its entirety and help propel the country moving forward for many years.